Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayanna. When can you listen to the Sister Speak Show? At 7 p.m. Central. Tune in on the go or at your residential. Spreaker, YouTube, Alexa, or SoundCloud. Interviewing special guests that have been blessed and will bless us. Through spoken word and awareness, knowledge is felt if you gain and share this. In the streets, in the burbs, anywhere that we can be heard. It's about that time to elevate your mind. Feel the beat, Sister Speak. Come and eat a spiritual treat. It's about that time to stimulate your mind. Feel the beat, Sister Speak. Come and eat a spiritual treat.
Welcome, my brothers and my sisters, to the Sister Speak Show. You are listening live to the platform. I am the host, creator, and producer of the Sister Speak Show, Ayanna. And not only that, Kingdom Child Recordings is executive producer of the Sister Speak Show. My brothers and sisters, I am so excited to vibe out with you. Now look, last night I was supposed to go live, but I did not. But I'm here this evening, and I have an episode for you that is packed with some great topics, full of motivation, full of encouragement, full of correction, full of love, and just full of a great flavor. So to all of my first-time listeners, welcome, and welcome back to all of my regular listeners who listen to me live as well as on demand. Shout out to all of the international listeners as well. Now, my brothers and sisters who are listening for the first time, let me just give you a quick briefing of why you are listening to the flavor in your ear, why you are listening to what needs to be added to your listening shuffle. I'm serious about this, my brothers and sisters, so here we go. The Sister Speak Show is a 6-segment podcast, okay? And within those 6 segments, you can listen to special guest interviews, live performances, live on location reports, as well as in-studio interviews. And the special guests who will be on the Sister Speak Show are dynamic, and they are impacting the communities with their passions. The Sister Speak Show is a talk show that will keep your mind and your soul informed, energized, and encouraged. We are a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, just responsible listening nourishment. We don't go dumb, we go wisdom on the Sister Speak Show. And it is about making the known known as well on the Sister Speak Show. So my brothers and sisters, before we get into tonight's episode, I'm going to take a couple, actually 3 commercial breaks, and we'll be right back, and we're going to get into it. I'm so excited to vibe out with you, and I hope that so far today, you're doing all right. Hang on in there. Oh, it gets better. We'll be right back.
Listening to the Sister Speak Show is even easier now with the new abilities available from Spreaker Skill on Amazon Alexa. With Spreaker on Alexa, you can now listen to the Sister Speak Show from even more places from all around the world. You also have navigation control, fast forward and rewind podcasts to make sure you never miss a second of your favorite show. And then you can ask for show recommendations like the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Brothers and sisters, we want you to listen live and on demand to the Sister Speak Show. There are 6 segments dedicated to serving you, my brothers and sisters. We have the platform, coming to the stage, the culture climate, the laugh line, the tour, and the search effort. Oh, the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve.
The platform on the Sister Speak Show will be live, and we will be covering topics that you do not want to miss. Hitting on your people will limit your success. Opportunity versus opportunity. Ready, set, go. Activating your passions. And reset is restoration. The platform focusing on entrepreneurs, fashion designers, creative artists, urban authors, community advocates, and educators on the Sister Speak Show, live and on demand, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. My brothers and sisters, welcome back to the Sister Speak Show. I am so excited. Let me tell you why. Because tonight's topic is so serious. It's very serious. It's so serious because we have to understand that when it comes to the village, which includes our brothers and our sisters, that there are certain house rules that we must discuss, if you will. And the first topic, as you heard on the commercial, was hating on your people will limit your success. The next topic, opportunity versus opportunity. Ready, set, go, activating your passions, and reset is restoration. I've been thinking about you, my brothers and sisters. I want you to be very successful. I want you to be able to reach your maximum potential. I want you, wherever you are, no matter the age, demographic, and such. I really want you to be the best that you can be. And I want you to be able to tap into your passions, your purpose. I want you to be able to live out exactly what was predestined for you to live out. But there has to be some house rules. There has to be some house rules. So on the platform, as mentioned, we focus on entrepreneurs, fashion designers, community advocates, creative artists, urban authors, as well as influencers. This is very crucial because that covers a broad spectrum of what my brothers and sisters do and what my brothers and sisters aspire to do and become. So when it comes to the Sister Speak Show, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayanna, we have to understand that encouragement, motivation, influence, power, passion, all of those things, when it comes to the Sister Speak Show, we provide a platform as well as an outlet to discuss as well as highlight those genres, not genres, but those categories that I just mentioned to you. And it's very important to understand that when it comes to your people, when it comes to your people who have decided to step outside of the box, okay? And have decided to step into an arena of faith and launch out into their purpose, their passions, what brings them joy. It is very crucial that we back them up. But what happens in our village is hating. Hating consists of purposefully, intentionally, methodically sabotaging through action or speech someone's journey. Verbally abusing what they do. Using your tongue to speak death over them. Now these people are flying in altitude. Okay? Have said, I'm not staying in this nest. I'm on a cliff. Eventually I'm going to have to get off of here because I cannot sit on the cliff. All of my food, all of the water, everything that I need is through flight. I have to achieve it through flying. And mama can't keep bringing me worms. I have a craving for fish. I have a craving for whatever it is that birds eat, some sunflower seeds. Seriously though, I have a craving for some warmth in the winter. You understand what I'm saying to you? So when it comes to seeing our brothers and sisters in flight, we cannot sabotage their altitude with our attitude. I challenge you, my brothers and sisters, to understand this, that if you can tap into the Most High God and His Son, the Christ, and begin to learn the truth about who you are, whose you are, why you even are, okay? The genesis of your existence. Because you cannot skip the line. You have to be willing to start from scratch. So in starting from scratch, being able to identify even who you are. See, when you begin to understand who you are, you begin to kind of like understand what it is to be on solid ground, because there's an affirmation in your identification. And within that affirmation, you begin to have motivation. You begin to experiment. You begin to find out, I'm good at this. I'm great at this. Oh, I'm really good at this. And it's innate, which is it's inside. It's natural. It's a gift. And throughout time, it will be stirred up. But gifts cannot be stirred up by being in one location. Your gifts come with geolocations. You're going to have to move around. Not only physically, but spiritually. And I'm not saying jumping from false God to false God. As I said before, you have to tap into the Most High God and His Son, Jesus the Christ, who is black, who is a black man. Just keeping that 100 with you. I cannot lie to you. I know this. It's in the Word, Revelations, to be exact. So moving forward, you have to be able to identify who you are. In identifying who you are, number one, setting the stage for something miraculous to happen. Because see, once you begin to focus on your reflection, why worry about others? Your reflection says a lot about you. Okay, no matter what it is, especially with whatever your countenance is, your disposition, it shows on your face, all within your grimaces, okay? And you can learn a lot about where you are just by looking at your face. I'm talking about bare face, no filter, none of that. We're talking about straight, being able to look at your reflection and say, you know what? I need to get this together. There's something going on with me that isn't right. You can feel it. You know when you're not where you're supposed to be. You can feel it. You can look around and say, And it's like being a whale in a fishbowl. You're supposed to be in the ocean. You're not supposed to be at the San Diego SeaWorld. Okay? You're not supposed to be at Marine World. You're supposed to be in the ocean. Limitless territory for you to navigate through. But you're stuck in a school carnival fishbowl. When you toss a couple quarters and you bring home a fish in that little itty bitty bowl, and that fish just swims around in a circle, in a circle, in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. I have a question for you, Guppy. How much longer are you going to oscillate and only go in limited directions? A fan oscillates if you put it on that function. It can either just blow straight or it can try to cover the whole room. So, being in a fishbowl, just going around in a circle, in a circle, in a circle, in a circle as a whale, a killer whale at that. Hear me? A killer whale. You a killer whale. But you're in a fishbowl, brother. You in a fishbowl, sister. And instead of trying to take a leap out of that fishbowl into the ocean, you're hating on the other whales, on the other sea life. I'm serious about this, my brother and sister. Don't get comfortable in an aquarium when the ocean is there for you to navigate through. That's your habitat. So for you on this earth where we are inhabiting for this time, you must be able to step in front of that mirror and get it together. What are you good at, brother? What are you good at, sister? Besides hating on other people. You know, examples of hating. She ain't all that. Or putting little in front of somebody's, business or brand or whatever it is that they have produced. Trying to take a Snapchat of or a screenshot of something and trying to, totally tear it down. Completely just getting together and just laughing at what a sister has going on or what a brother has going on. But you have absolutely nothing going on outside of your basic life. You are a basic model car. You don't even come with power steering. And you have the nerve to be hating on somebody who is a fully loaded showcase. God specializes in the underdog. Ooh, he specializes in the caterpillar. So my question is to you, while you sit around and you talk about somebody who absolutely does have something going on, while you sit around and try to jack somebody or steal somebody's ideas and try to make it your own, that's another form of hating. You don't even have enough time in the day to even come up with something off of your own mind that you have to sit there and jack somebody else's groove. See, hating on your people's success will limit your success. It will. See, there may be a time where you may want to launch off into something. And when you launch off into that thing, you're going to want a whole bunch of people to support you. But now people are not really trying to feel you because they remember when. Oh yeah, remembering when. See, success is not, it doesn't come with how can I say it? Success doesn't come with what you say it should be. Everybody's success is measured by what God says it is. And so where you may want to be famous, the next human who does the very same thing that you do does not. Okay? Success has different levels for different people. We define it in our own way, shape, or form. So when you see somebody else getting it, doing it, bubbling, popping, you remember when they were nothing, okay? When they were this and they were that, and now the Lord is just preparing that table before you. That means that maybe you were an enemy. See, in this life, even though you're hating, it's amazing how the Lord is able to extract that and turn it into a footstool. He is a carpenter, isn't he? He is able to take what you do, what you say, that is meant to completely assassinate the life of someone spiritually and even physically, and turn it into a footstool. And not only that, while you sit at home, hating, loathing, seething, coveting, wishing destruction upon your brother and sister in their endeavors, he then also, and I'm talking about the Most High God, who sits high and looks low, he then causes the plans of man to take no effect. No effect. Inoperable. Inactive. Not happening. You dig? That's power. And so you ought to tap into what you're good at. I don't care how old you are. I don't care where you live. I don't care what you have going on. It is never too late as long as you are breathing. But you're going to have to come off under the curses that you put even on yourself while trying to curse somebody else. Oh, you didn't know? You don't see? See, there's two different types of situations. There are situations that look like they are for your bad, but they're really for your good. And there are situations that look like they're for your good, but they're really for your bad. And see, you can go on creating hell for somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? Creating obstacles, if you will, trying to at least. You can go on doing that and doing that. And then, you know what? There's a time coming where you start going through a hellish period in your life. And you can't put your finger on it. You can't put your finger on it. But I'm here to tell you, it's your mouth. It's your actions. It's your thoughts. You're so dedicated towards ruining somebody else's life that you forgot to pay attention to your own life. While pursuing someone else's, you neglect what's around you. And now your ish is crumbling. Okay? Now the big bad wolf is at your doorstep. And he's huffing and he's puffing and he is blowing your house down. I want to know how many of you right now are trying to walk around ashes and walk through the smoke of your own life. How many of you are inhaling carbon monoxide because of the fire in your own home while you're setting fire to other people's houses? You are an arsonist whose house is on fire. Say that, Ayanna. Okay? And there's hellfire and there's purification fire. You know, if you've been living a hellish life, that the house, that the fire that is blazing through your house is a hellfire, because you're a hell cat. Because you're a hell cat. Because you're a hell wildebeest. That's for the men. The woman is the hell cat. You are self-destructive. And not only that, you don't like your own people. Oh, I like my own people. I rock my own people. Okay, prove it. Stop hating. Prove it. Get activated. Prove it. Stop turning your lip up. Prove it. Stop rolling your eyes. Prove it. Stop making all the nasty comments. Prove it. Get it together. It's quick. It's easy to talk about what somebody else has going on. It's easy to do that. It is. But make sure when you do what you do, that you're careful and that you got something else going on. So what do you have going on? No matter what age you are. Do you know how to paint? Do you know how to run a business? Throughout your journey, what skills have you picked up and how are you activating them? Are you watching somebody paint the paintings that you were supposed to paint, but you're too busy watching them paint that you won't get up and paint? Are you too busy listening to somebody else's, well, I don't want to say listen to somebody else's podcast because I don't want you to stop listening to mine, but do you hear what I'm saying? Do you have the gift of speech, and are you supposed to be out there speaking on a platform, having your own podcast, and you're not? What are you doing? But then you talk about everybody else's podcast and you put little in front of it. Hating on other people will limit your success. And success is something that everybody wants to achieve. But we have to be sober in what we're trying to reach. Because if we're not, we will fall off the cliff. We won't take flight. Don't hate on other people's altitude with your funky attitude. You know, let's just get down to it. Hating on other people will limit your success. And also I need to add this to it. Hating on yourself will limit your own success. How do you hate on yourself? Not taking a bath? That's hating on yourself. Not grooming yourself? That's hating on yourself. Not being clean? That's hating on yourself. Every time you walk out the house, you look like you just rolled out of bed and rolled on the floor and rolled to your car. And then rolled out your car, rolled on the ground, rolled into the store, rolled down each aisle. Just don't even have it together. Do you care? Or have you just given up? Maybe you're going through an emotional roller coaster right now and you're experiencing depression and you don't feel like it. I want to encourage you, my brother and my sister, to please get into that ring and beat up that thing that has you pressed down to where you can't even mount up. It's called letting go. But you don't know, but you don't understand. I certainly do. I prayed for the gift of healing with my mouth. Okay? I wanted to be able to heal people with my hands. I'm being serious about this. And in order for me to be able to do that, I have gone through some serious trials and tribulations. I know what I'm saying to you today, my brother and my sister. Let it go. The molestation, the rape, the prison sentence, the sodomy, the theft, the breaking and entering, the pimping, the hoeing, the stripping, whatever it is, the homosexuality, the pornography, whatever it is, start praying for the strength to let it go. Because he is a wonderful counselor. Now, if you can start working on the identification and just be real with yourself. See, you got to be real with yourself. Okay, you got to be able to take inventory. Well, how do I take inventory? You say to yourself, okay, I've got this going on, I've got that going on, I've got that going on, I've got this going on, but right here, I suck. I need to get this together. Okay, I got to stop doing this. All right, I need to do that. And it's like you lay out this map, okay? You write it down. You write these things down. Your own private sheet of paper. Hear me. Do this. You write down your pros and your got to goes. Okay? Your pros and your got to goes. And when you write them down, be realistic. It's between you and the Most High God. Look. You can fool me. You can fool your neighbor. You can fool everybody else. But I just have to just humbly tell you in the most profound, realist way, you can never fool God. He already knows. And see, that's what makes it so calming, is that there's one human, one spirit that I can go to and I can say this, that, and keep it 100. He already knows about it. He could do something about it. The power of God, the power of prayer, the power of being sick of yourself. That's why you're still hating, because you're not sick of yourself, and you are sick of yourself. See, you know, a car ride by yourself is a time to think. Sitting in the bathroom is a time to think. You know, you got to take time to steal away. See, if you are constantly distracted, you'll never reach it. And the devil will always put distractions before you to hinder you from making it to where you need to be, because he is a failure. And so with him failing and being in a position that he was in and then no longer being in that position, he is definitely seeking to destroy your joy. Definitely seeking to give you as much depression as you can have. Definitely seeking to destroy your finances in every which way possible. And anything else he can get his dirty self onto. That's what he does. But we're not worried about him, because everything he does, he has to get permission to do. He's hired help in a way, because all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. So hear me what I'm saying. You've been wasting all this time hating. And the people you've been hating on are constantly growing. You need to cut it and let it go. Don't you see? Your math don't add up. It doesn't add up. It does not add up. He prepares a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Ooh. Do you understand what that means? So I would love for you, my brothers and my sisters, a challenge today as we transition to the next topic. A challenge today. I want you to shut up. Yes. Shut up. Be quiet. Hush. Shh. 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 Be quiet. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. You're tired. You're weary. You're worn out. And you want more. You were created to do more. Your talents, your gifts, your purpose, your passion, your journey will include suffering. The suffering is designed for God's glory and for your character development. Once you embrace that, then surely you will begin to trek upon new territory. You cannot go where you are not equipped to go to. You must be well equipped for the journey. Several people have attempted the journey and have not succeeded because they were not equipped. Their character was not developed. They did not have the fruits of the Spirit in order to handle the success. A lot of money, but no morals. A lot of success, but no solid spirituality. Having it all, but really having nothing. To be a $34 million heir. $34 million heir. I said it. And to commit suicide, something is off. It is better to go the long way around and to pick up everything that you need to pick up versus taking shortcuts just to have it right now and to lose it further on down the road 2 hours later. You have the Ferrari, you're doing 180 and you lose control. And now you're wrapped around the tree. And now there's candles that are around there because there's a memorial because there was a fatal car accident. See, you didn't have the character development for the Ferrari. You don't have a Ferrari mind. You don't have a Ferrari mind. Because anybody driving a car that is that expensive knows how to take their time when driving it. They are already aware of the damage that it can do in the NASCAR. You dig? But if you don't know how to drive a high-powered engine, and if you don't have the mentality to navigate it, you will lose control. And so, when it comes to your character being developed, there's some stuff in you that smells like shit. And it has to go. Did she say that? I did. Because it does. You've smelt it before, so you know what that smells like. And you need to flush it. Not only cut it, you need to flush it. Because it's stinking up the place. Because when you walk into the room, you smell like a sewer. Because of your stanky attitude and your countenance is foul because you're not activated. You're not activated. We need to understand that until we allow our character to be developed, we will drop the ball. And some people don't want to go the long way. They want that shortcut. Fly by night. But where's the testimony in that? Some of you have tried everything. You see somebody doing this, you do it. You see somebody doing that, you do it. But what about what you do that nobody else can do like what you do? Don't you understand how unique you are? You're unique, peculiar, chosen. I'm speaking to my brothers and my sisters. Yes, you're listening live to the platform on the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. So, my brothers and sisters, I challenge you to stop hating on yourself. Stop digging pits for people. Stop opening up your mouth and murdering your own brothers and sisters with your shit. Stow high in transit. Stop it. Every time you open your mouth, it's like, God, sheesh, halitosis. Halitosis. All the halitosis. Coming from you, sister. Coming from you, brother. You know, and if you smell like it, you must look like it. Ooh, 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 the ocean waves in the background. Let it be a bath for us all. My brothers and my sisters, I thank you for listening to me share some serious talk with you about hating on other people will limit your success. I don't want you to be limited, okay? That's like getting a prepaid phone and only putting 3 minutes on it. You're limited. Are you a 3-minute prepaid phone? How many minutes are on you? Huh? How many minutes on you? Are you a track phone? How many minutes are on you today? Okay, brothers and sisters, I'm just here for you. Because when you attempt to hate on other people, in conclusion, when you attempt to hate on other people, you do limit your success. And when you limit your success, you invite other things to come into your life and to become attached to your spirit. And it's nothing like having to run across a miserable, bitter human who, you're smiling and you're having a great day, or you're just, you're pleasant to be around, and they will have none of it. None of it. And so they attempt to joy jack. Is that you? Are you a joy jacker? Do you clap for other people when they win? Do you applaud other people's success? Like when you go through Instagram and you see somebody making an advancement or an achievement, do you like and comment and leave a little emoji? Or do you turn up your lip? One day, because I want you to succeed. One day, you will be in that position to where you're winning, you're gaining. You're going to want somebody to back you up. It starts with you training now and pouring into other people now. That's what I love about the Sister Speak Show. I interview dope, phenomenal, special guests who do so much, who are multi-talented, okay? All over the United States of America. I have had the privilege of sharing with you all these dope people, phenomenal people, no cost, no hate, because I know that God is not a midget, and I am very confident in who I am and what I have going on. And I'm very confident in what my brothers and sisters have going on, and we can all get it. That's how it's supposed to be. So don't come at me talking about you here for your people. You will be challenged for real. In conclusion, hating on your people will limit your success. Understand that. Now let's move into the next topic. Opportunity versus opportunity. We got to get right into it. When it comes to opportunities, and I'm speaking about opportunities, OPPORTUNTITY. When it comes to opportunities, we have to be sober and vigilant, and we have to pray when we are presented with what seems to be an opportunity, especially when you are an independent artist, a brand maker, an entrepreneur, and such. Why? Because some things come in a disguise of us as the serpent. Some things come in the disguise that is meant to really be for your bad and not for your good. That is meant to make you give up your talents, creative control, your brand, your look, your thoughts, your morals, okay? So when it comes to an opportunity, you have to do your homework, because an opportunity is a port that has been given to you by the Most High God. He opened that door, that window. He moved you over here. He moved you over there. He sent this person your way. He sent that person your way. He created that email to be sent to you through that human. See, you'll know when he has his stamp on it. Why? Because as I said in the first topic, when you are tapped into the Most High God and His Son, the Christ, through prayer, through praise, and through practice. This is a lifestyle now, okay? This isn't, you don't rub Jesus's belly and be like, gimme, gimme, gimme. He's not a genie, so you can cut that out. Because if you trying to play him, woe unto you. I'm talking about a real lifestyle, okay? Like a real lifestyle in him. Okay? When you have that, then you can, the visions come, the dreams come. Like you'll know if this is for you and when it's not. And an opportunity, now we're taking the port and we're replacing it with pit. The pit is where the snakes are at the bottom. The sharks are at the bottom. The creepy crawly creatures are at the bottom. And if you fall in, that's it. Okay? A pit that you can't climb out of, like falling into quicksand and you're rapidly trying to get out. But the more you try to get out, the more you sink. See, an opportunity is that contract in fine print. An opportunity is meeting me in a dark alley for a modeling gig, okay? An opportunity is somebody who looks very suspect, but they're presenting you with this great opportunity, but you can look at their fingernails and tell that something is not right. See, so many people are desperate for that dollar, for that Federal Reserve note, that Lucchini, that Fetty, that guap, whatever it is that you call it. I call it the Federal Reserve note and I call it money, whatever. But I'm starting to learn a lot about currency. Moving forward. So when it comes to that pursuit, a lot of people they don't care. Look, they will sign the dotted line and they will sit up there and next thing you know, broke, hungry, thirsty, no transportation, having to go from house to house, and you got a hit record, and everybody is getting paid but you because you did not read the fine print, which then leads me into saying, in order for you to understand the difference between an opportunity and an opportunity, is you got to learn, you must know how to read. If you don't know how to read, you're screwed. That's no dig. It's just like, look, you need to humble yourself, go to your local library or wherever they have literacy classes, and you need to learn how to read, because the biggest target is the appearance of a non-literate brother or sister who lives in a demographic that is desperate for immediate change, that has done desperate things in order to eat. And look, we're going to present you with this contract. And all you can think about are those nights where you slept on a mattress with no frame, no box spring, straight on the floor, that smelled like urine. No dig, just reality. You know, where you didn't know where your last meal was, where you had to eat around the green part of the bread, where mama had to starve and daddy wasn't there, or daddy was there and mama wasn't there. Whatever the reality is for you, it's so serious that plays in your mind. And so if they can catch you on an emotional roller coaster, if they can catch you at a vulnerable spot where your stomach is growling, where all you can think about is if I had just $10, if I, you know, where you're on that type of hype, they got you. And the next thing you know, you are selling out because you were caught off guard and because you're not the best at reading. But because it was your biggest quote-unquote idol presenting you with this opportunity, you took it. And you didn't even realize that this wasn't really for you. And that's the thing. If you would stop idolizing people, then you also would not get caught up in the game of being lured into contracts that are not for your best interest at all. You know, a lot of you are, you know, wanting to get out of the hood, and you promise you can bring all your partners with you. Look, take care of yourself first. You know, I understand taking care of your immediate people. Now, I'm not saying not don't be selfish. I'm not saying not think about your brothers and your sisters. But what if we lived in an actual village where everybody went out and got it for themselves, to where you didn't have to be put in a desperate position to always have to think about mama, daddy, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, cousin, friend, foe, and whoever else. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. The village, I got to challenge the village, because the village is lazy sometimes. And the village loves to eat off of other people's sweat. And unless you are a direct provider, your sweat is for your immediate family. But you cannot always be put, now I'm speaking to the family members that put the pressure on the brother, on the sister to get it. You're our only hope. Baby, you're our only hope now. Mama can't do it. Your daddy ain't nothing. Your brother locked up, it's all on you. You the man of the house now, baby. It's all on you now. Mama can't do it. I got you, Mama. I'm going to do it, Mama. I got you. I got to do this for my family. My mama sent her, she's sick. We got to get out this hood. I'm trying to get my sister. I don't want my sister out here hoeing. Like, you go through that. Like, you really do. Okay? And that pressure is real. Okay? So I really, and I'm not, and listen to me, I am sensitive, but I'm also real. Like, our brothers and sisters have missed out on so many opportunities to really launch off and do their own thing, to where there doesn't have to be this pressure on the children to perform. There's nothing wrong with encouraging your children to be great, but some of you are out there literally pressuring your children into opportunities. Pitunities. It's not a port. A boat cannot sail on mud. Help me, somebody. So when you pressure your children into signing these deals, whether it's with a college football team or a college basketball team, you know what you doing. You licking your chops, and you're throwing your children into the opportunities of life because you are hungry and you are thirsty for the stardom that you could have had on your own, and you're trying to live vicariously through your own children, and you're provoking some of them to anger, and the Bible says don't do that. And you so busy saying, well, what about honor your mother and father? Well, what about going to the next line that says do not provoke your children to anger? And some of you are pushing them into opportunities when you should be teaching them to learn the difference. But because you don't know, the miseducation of the family continues to happen, and it is hereditary, and it is generational, and it is a stronghold. And several of us have taken opportunities before. I know I have. But the difference is between life and death. Because when you watch certain documentaries about your idols, your celebrated ones, and you get to hear the slime and the sludge of what has happened behind the scenes, you thought it was an opportunity, but you see the effects of the opportunity. Because they had an entourage that was licking their chops off of their talents. See, the crafty ones have a skill set in eyeing the talented, and they pursue them. You know the term scout. You know, a scout goes to a sports game, for example, and they look at the high school talent of the basketball and the football team. And they select who has the most talent that will bring the most revenue for that school, for that city, for that state, because there is money and there is politics in the game. You better know it. Okay? They scout them for it. And they lure them. They show up to the homes. They brave it through the ghettos. And they knock on those Section 8 doors. And they knock on those demographically impoverished community doors. And they come in to the house that smells like Doritos fried chicken, urine and stress, and cigarettes and weed and whatever else it smells like in beer, and loneliness and depression. Okay, they walk into those smells and they say, I can get you a Dodge Challenger. And not only that, I can give you $20,000 and you get a full ride. All you have to do is this, that, and the third. They're going to take it that night. Signed that night. But to the sober and to the vigilant parents, and there are sober and vigilant parents all over, okay? I will say that. To the sober and vigilant parents, they're going to say, okay, well, this opportunity came to me, then I know that more opportunities can come. And is this an opportunity for my child who will have to run up and down the field continuously banging their head and possibly getting a concussion, breaking their neck, breaking their back, breaking their legs, actually not even being able to get to the NFL because while in college, not only did they get a Dodge Challenger, not only did they get $20,000, not only did they get a full ride, but they also became a paraplegic. So they also got a wheelchair. So now they cannot drive the Dodge Challenger successfully. They'll have to get it handicap feasible for them to drive, if they're able to even do so. So where is the opportunity in that? Nobody wins. Oh, I had $10 million and my accountant ran off with it all. You talk about dismemberment. You talk about tracking you down. It's like, how do we get into situations that appear to be opportunities, that really are opportunities? We don't have the discernment. We're so hungry for fame. We're so hungry for success that we desperately, blindly go into these situations and we do not consider the future cost of our souls. What profit? What profit? What profits a man to gain the whole world and to lose his soul? What? You tell me what's worth it. The most valuable possession. Nothing we can take with us. So we have to be sober. We have to be vigilant. We have to pray. We have to learn how to say yes, and we have to learn how to say no. And you best believe, baby, that you better be geared up and tough enough to turn down several things in order to get that one thing that will monopolize and capitalize over those other things that came your way. See, some of the things that have come your way are just tests to see how thirsty you are, to see how hungry you are, to see how desperate you are, to see if you're in your right mind. Because see, some things come your way and you can't handle it. You can't handle it. And you drop the ball, a fumble, we call it. A turnover, if you will. You're not ready for it. And so when you launch into it, you lose your mind. And then you have to go through a course of suffering and trials and tribulations until you wake up. And then next thing you know, you get to that one situation where you end up getting broken all the way down. It happens daily. Right now, somebody is being broken all the way down. Somebody right now that's listening is broken all the way down. You just have, look, every time you get up, bam, right back down. Because the right hand of God does not play. Oh, you will learn the lesson. You should. You better praise God you are still alive listening to this, because this is telling you that you still have opportunities to get it together. Opportunities. To get it together is an opportunity. There's no pit in that. But we have got to stop saying, ooh, I'm going to have all this money. Have you watch, you see social media, right? And you see all the people who flash all their money all the time, right? Whether they want to show you a bank statement or they want to show you their racks or whatever it is, show and tell. You know what I mean? The show and tell episode. Look. Oh, look. Okay, now what? Now that you've shown us that, now what? I'll wait. Now what? So what? That very rack, that very figure that you have can be taken away from you. Oh, you don't think it can? You're strapped. You haven't heard of God. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just saying, because your strap couldn't defeat the weakest angel. And no, there's no weak angels. Real talk. Every time you show money on Instagram, on Facebook, and you flash it, you cheapen your whole brand. I said it. See, it's nothing like a silent millionaire. It's nothing like somebody who knows that they have it and they're stacked. I have a question. Does Bank of America take a picture of all of the deposits that they get on a daily? I'll wait. Does Wells Fargo take a picture of all of the deposits they get on a daily? I'll wait. Does Wachovia take a picture of all of the deposits that they get on a daily? I'll wait. Does your local credit union, I'm going to say the whole thing. Does your local credit union take a picture of all of the deposits that they receive daily? Please stop. There's no future in your fronting. It is whack. It is a sign of insecurity, okay? You're not flossing on anybody. And to the people who get jealous off of seeing that, please ask the Most High God to renew your mind. Change your whole thought pattern about what you think is obtainable and what you think is success, what you think is worth not boasting, but being proud of. And line that up and sprinkle some maturation on that. And then you will understand why I feel the way I feel about that. Those are the people who will get a whole bunch of money. Most of them will get a whole bunch of money and guaranteed there will always be a hole at the bottom of their bag. What? What are you saying? It don't look like they ever gonna run out of money. See, the wealth is in your health and in your relationship with the Most High God. Well, what if they do have good health, and what if they do have a relationship with the Most High God? Maybe they do. Maybe they do. So then what we would need to do is pray that they are sober and vigilant and have a renewed mind and have a clean heart to where they will cease from exploiting increase. Ooh, black exploitation has been around for a long time. A long time. Long time. So what have you been presented with, my brothers and sisters? What have you been presented with that started out looking like an opportunity and turned out to be an opportunity? You know, what was it? What were you in that sounded so good, but the further you got into it, you were like, oh, no, this is some ish right here. I can't do this. For me, my first one would be presented with a contract that asked me to basically sell all of my rights to my stuff for 3 years and to not be able to produce certain parts of my artwork into other products. Family member at that. Taught me a great lesson. Learned a lesson about signing contract. And I didn't sign it because I just, in my spirit, I said, well, wait a minute. She's trying to jack me for everything I got. She's trying to make me lose out. She's trying to capitalize on what I have. See, I was trying to collaborate. But that's not what she was trying to do. And so that trained me, brothers and sisters. In the beginning, it shook me. But as time went on, I realized that was training. So I would have an eye and a spirit to be able to discern when somebody comes at me with that bull. When they come at me with that bush, see, I believe that if people approach me with contracts and opportunities, or approach me with opportunities that others are on the way, that are even more lucrative, and still allow me to maintain my creative control. Because my creative control is where I get to do what I do. But I'm not going to be in a situation where said product or said sponsor is sponsoring the Sister Speak show, and the moment I say sodomy is wrong, next thing you know, you want to pull my sponsorship because I said the truth, but you don't like it because you getting sodomized. I'm just being honest with you. So what we do here is just make sure that we're patient, and we maintain good credit, and we stack our increase, and we just trust in God. And that way, when the opportunity does come, we'll be able to sail on it because there's water and not mud. Opportunity versus opportunity. Some of you right now are in the middle of a crossroad because you don't know what to do. Should I go left? Should I go right? Should I go straight? Should I go back? I say be still and pray. Okay? Now, you're going to make some mistakes. You will go ahead and end up in an opportunity, and you're going to have to just go through that season and get out of it. You're going to go through an opportunity, and it's going to be a great feeling, and it's going to last a season, and then you're going to have to keep creating and move forward and wait for the next. And you cannot hate on other people's opportunities. And you cannot laugh at other people's opportunities. The only thing you can do is learn lessons from them, highlight them, raise awareness, and hope that you don't end up in that situation. I'm serious about that. Know the difference between an opportunity and an opportunity. I don't want you entering into a modeling gig, but you got to go to the back of the building, and they want you the first day you get there to take your clothes off, and now you're doing porn. Because that's how it happens daily. See, social media has a lot of people thinking that they're models, and you're not. You're pretty, but you're not a model. I grew up around the time where I knew what a model was. Nah, you're just pretty. You take good pictures. The filters pop. And that's just what it is. But you're not a model. Okay? And you are pretty. And there are real models. And then there are non-real models. Okay? And some of you are in situations to where, you have had to literally run for your life because you are a model. I'm being very serious. Some of you are so desperate to be successful that you're going to sell out. And you're going to slut yourself out. And you're going to suck yourself out. And you're going to do things that are going to put your body and your soul at risk. Just to show your enemies and your haters that you're doing it live. Just for the gram. There's a video that I see. There's on Instagram. The desperation to be successful. There's a sister on there who is attempting to make money off of being a parody of herself. And I hope there's a day coming where she sobers up and is able to, and will delete every single video because she looks like a fool. And the opportunities that appear to come her way are opportunities. And she's really making a clown out of herself. But only thing that we can do, my brothers and sisters, is pray for our brothers and sisters. And I mean that wholeheartedly. An opportunity versus an opportunity. Make sure you learn how to read. Make sure that you learn how to pray. Make sure you learn how to praise. Make sure you do have a relationship with the Most High God and His Son, the Christ. I'm serious about these things because these are crucial. These are the things that you need that will equip you when making a decision. Don't you dare sign on that dotted line without heavy consultation. Oh, brothers and sisters, I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Now we're going to move forward. We are going to move forward to ready, set, go. Activating your passions. This is only going to take a few minutes. As I've said before, and I will continue to say again, it is very important that you understand this. You are right there at the line. You are at the line. And you are ready. You are at the racetrack. You are at it. You have your number. You have your outfit. You've got your track shoes. You are ready. You are ready. All you need to do, my brothers and sisters, is take your mark. Then you need to get set. And then when you hear the gun, go. It's not that easy. Yes, it is. Why? Because you're more powerful than what you think. Now listen. Ready, set, go. Activate your passions. What are you good at? Now I'm asking you, what are you good at? Write it down. Okay. After you've written it down, you now know what you are great at. Whatever it is that you've written down, you're really good at it. The only issue is you don't know how to endure the race. You have to pace yourself. See, fear can paralyze you when you hear that gun go off. I know when I hear shots go off, paralyzation. What is going on? Pop, 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 pop. Wait a minute. So I understand when you hear the gunshots, you may be a little nervous. You may have stage fright. You may have canvas fright. You may have microphone fright. You may have podcast fright. You may have modeling fright. You may have singing fright. You may have cooking fright. You may have running fright. Whatever it is that you're good at. You may have passion fright. Whatever it is, you have it because you heard go. And you're like, okay, I know I'm supposed to run. I know I'm supposed to be making moves, but I can't move. There's something holding me back. What's holding you back is believing in yourself. loving yourself, investing in yourself, practicing that gift, practicing that talent, making it perfect, making it great, making it excel and expand and be able to benefit others. Practicing. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So when it comes to go, you got frightened. But I'm here to tell you, ready, set, go. Now, when you do that, when you just say, you know what, even if it's a light jog, you're jogging. Light jog, I'm jogging. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's just say you get tired because you're not used to jogging. Walk. What? Everybody else is just running past me, and I just saw number one, and this is their second time going around the track. Why are you watching them run their race? Sister, brother, ready, set, go is for you to go. Whether it is a walking, whether it is jogging, whether it is running, whether it is flying, or whether, watch this, it's being still. Well, how can I go and be still at the same time? Well, because your spirit, it's already done in the spirit, and you have to catch up to it in the flesh. So sometimes you can have a vision and be laying in your bed. Are you moving? Okay, thank you. So listen, my brothers and sisters, ready, set, go. Activating your passions. How do you do that? Start networking. Start looking on Instagram at hashtags. Start finding people who do what you do. Start looking at how they move and how they groove. Now, not saying bite what they do, but there's nothing wrong with being influenced. Then take that influence and create your own, okay? Start thinking about how you want your business cards to look. Start thinking about how you want your website to look. I built my website myself. I did it myself. I cut corners where I can, okay? And then as time goes on, there will be some things that I will be able to, pay for people to do. But while I am in the beginning stages of my brand making, yes, I will. Whatever I know how to do, I'm going to do. And if I don't know how to do it, I can learn how to do it because my brain is capable of receiving and retaining and then spewing out what it is that I need to do. I am intelligent. I am wise. My father said your brain is more powerful than any computer. And I so do believe that. So not only that, think about other ways that you want to market: t-shirts, hats, posters, flyers. What's the next event coming into the town that is catered towards what you do? Joining certain organizations that will benefit what you do. And look, you may not have the budget, so whatever you can do with what you have, do it. There are so many things, so many apps, so many resources that are free. Grants, learn how to write a grant. There are so many different things that you can do to activate your passions. And when you do that, you will start to feel so good about yourself. You'll start brushing your teeth more. You'll start combing your hair more. You'll start, ironing your clothes. You'll actually start investing in skincare, nail care. You'll really start eating better and feeling better because you have said, you know what? I'm not afraid of go. Because you know what rhymes with go? Grow. And you know what else rhymes with go and grow? No. As in K-N-O-W. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm serious about that. So when it comes to go, grow, and know, only way that that's going to happen is if you realize how super spectacular you are. In the most humble way. Oh yeah, you're dope. I know you're dope. You're dope. You may be a little miseducated. You may be a little misguided. You may not even be miseducated. You may not even be misguided. You just may lack some faith. You may lack some support. And that's what we're here for in the Sister Speak Show. I support you getting started. I support you going. I support your ready, I support your set, and I support your go. So make sure you're training for your ready. Make sure you're training for your set, and make sure you're training for your go. Each one of those are integral parts in making your race endurable. Because the race is not given to the swift, it is given to he that endureth. Do you dig what I'm saying to you? So when it comes to your brand, you must believe. You must practice. When I started getting back into drawing, where I am now versus where I was not too long ago, back in 2000, I think, 12, Like, ooh, growth. But that's only because I wanted to be better. I had to invest in better coloring tools and the sorts. And, I had to get some displays for my products. Like, I have journals that I made myself, just creating prototypes. And then I was able to actually create hardbacks of my journals. So when it comes to ready, set, go, you got to believe in it. Because sometimes the Lord will get you so sick and tired of where you are that you want to do something full of energy and full of fresh breathness and fresh air and good vibes. And inner peace is where it's at, Inner peace is where it's at. And when you ready, set, go, activate your passion, you find inner peace. I find inner peace in what I do. I love talking to you all. Some say I'm loquacious, which means I'm talkative, but guess what? That's my gift. But when I speak with power. I speak with authority. I speak with healing. I speak with wisdom. I speak with an understanding. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters? It is serious. It is so serious about being able to activate your passions. And look, can't nobody do it like you. You must be passionate about what it is that you have going on. So what, they don't like it? So what, nobody bought it this year? So what, nobody bought it last year? The appointments are already set. The customers have already purchased. We're speaking these things into existence. Part of the problem with ready, set, go is you talk your own self out the race. I ain't gonna be able to finish this race. I ain't gonna never be able to run across this track. There's too many hurdles. I don't have the best shoes. I don't run like such and such. You just get up there and you just, that old sorry assassination of your own character. You trying to shoot yourself in the foot? Like I said, can't nobody run like you. Can't nobody ready, set, go like you. So if you're 50, ready, set, go. If you're 70, ready, set, go. If you're 15, ready, set, go. If you're 25, ready, set, go. If you're 37, ready, set, go. If you're in your 40s, ready, set, go. I am challenging you today to resurrect out of your miserable conditions that you have put yourself in because the suffering came along and it knocked the wind out your sail and you said, I ain't gonna never love again. I ain't gonna never be nothing again. I ain't gonna never pain again. The first time somebody told you no, you gave up. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, brother. No, sister. No, king. No, queen. We won't accept you falling out because somebody said no. Let me tell you this. Have you ever seen a child that had something in their hand that they had a serious grip onto? And then when you went to take it out their hand, what's the first thing that they say? No. But you got to take it out their hand because what's in their hand is no good for them. I said something to you. Some of the things that are in your hand are no good for you, and he has to take them out, but he will replace it with something that is safe for you to handle. Will somebody say hallelujah with me this evening? He multiplies by subtracting. So what you heard, no. That's the balance of life. Yes, no. hot, cold, winter, summer. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Wet, dry, yin, yang. Do you hear me? So, when you hear no, keep going. When you hear no again, keep going. The picture is still being developed. Some of you have false starts, and so then you have 5-yard penalties because you move before the whistle. You move before the hike. You cross the line. Anxious. So listen to me. Several yeses are coming. But your character is being developed. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? On your mark, get set, go. Activating your passions, my brothers and sisters. Are you ready to cut hair? Are you ready to style hair? Are you ready to be a wardrobe stylist? Are you ready to write that first book? Are you ready to be an entrepreneur? Are you ready to be a community advocate? What is it that you're supposed to be doing that you have not done, that he told you to do, that you just have not started because you're lazy and you have fear? I'm asking you. Okay, let's get it together. I want to encourage you, my brothers and sisters, which will then transition me into the last topic. And then we will close out for the evening. The last topic, my brothers and sisters, is reset is restoration. I said it. See, some of you have entered into a season where everything has been taken away from you. Everything. It is rough. I'm talking about rough, like seriously dry, seriously tense, seriously stressed, seriously worrying, seriously up against it. You don't know what to do. You don't know why suddenly everything that seemed to be on the up and up suddenly is on a slippery slope. I'm talking about winding all the way down. Crashed, burned, disfigured. You don't know which way is up. Can't sleep at night. Don't even recognize yourself in the mirror. Don't have an appetite. About to give up. If it's not one thing, it's another. This breaks down and that breaks down. This gone, that gone. This, that, and the third. It's rough for you. Crying every day. Used to be full of joy. Now you're bitter. Now you're coveting. Hormones are off. Your family members acting funny. Your friends nowhere to be found. The people who you thought loved you really loathe you. The people who you thought had your back are really just there to stab it. Your deepest secrets has been exposed. The people who you thought you could trust, who you could go to sleep around, poured water on your face as a joke. It's rough. You were balling out of control. Now you're trying to bounce a marble. You used to be able to get your toes and your nails done. Now you got to paint them yourself. Oh, you used to be able to go out to eat every day. Now it's sandwiches again. Now it's hot noodles again. You have actually gained respect for the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General, Family Dollar, the Dollar Menu. You now pay attention to price tags. Oh, you can't go out this weekend or the next 52 weekends. Tax return. You got yours back? I ain't talking about me, I'm just saying. Washing machine broke. Now you got to go to the laundromat. Car got repossessed. Eviction. Child got arrested. Your husband left you. Your wife left you. Death in the family. Reset. You were living it up in one state. Then you had to move and had to relearn this whole culture again. Reset. You got sick. Reset. You're suffering right now. Reset. It's dark. It's lonely. It's damp. Reset is restoration. Restoration is the restoring of, reviving, replenishing, resuscitating, revigorating, reinventing, renewing. It's all remarkable. And when the Most High God wants to restore you, He will reset you. And you need to understand that several times you will go back into the cocoon. Several times you will enter into a season of darkness. Several times it will be tight. But reset is restoration. Because if it had not been for that reset, you would have ended up dead. You would have ended up in a situation that you would have not been able to handle. Reset is for your character development. Reset is restoration, because the way you were going, the route you were going, the way you were doing things was headed towards destruction. And He thought enough of you to reset you, because your thought process was off, because your agendas were off. Ain't nothing like a car accident to reset your whole life, right? I know I was in one. It reset my whole life. I've been reset several times. Reset doesn't always feel good. But I liken it into exercising. When you start exercising, and you're lifting and and you haven't moved your body in so long, it doesn't feel good in the beginning, but the results. Reset is for the results that He wants out of your life. And you don't dictate when He resets. He predestines all of our resets. So I want to lend this word of encouragement to you. When it comes to reset, my brothers and my sisters, when it comes to reset, you will find yourself praying, reflecting, lamenting, strategizing, hoping, pressing, believing. You begin to learn a lot about who you are. But that's second. The first is you get to find out more of who He is. See, if my heart had never been broken, how would I know that He's a heart fixer? I would not know that. And then I wouldn't be able to tell you Jesus is a heart fixer. If I had not been confined, bound, I could not have been able to know that He was a deliverer. He introduces Himself to you in every season. new understandings about who he is. And he is. Oh, he is. Your reset is to save your life. It's to slow you down. It's to remind you of what really matters. Because several things matter. Several. And sometimes we can get caught up in a fog. And, you get caught up in that fog, and next thing you know, you forget what matters. And so the Most High God has to remind us through reset. There will be several times that you will have to go into reset, but it is for your restoration. You needed to be restored. You were and are on empty. And in that reset, the testimony, the message, the power, the resiliency of your resurrection from the reset will be phenomenal, because it's nothing like being able to run on anyhow. It's nothing like being able to climb a mountain anyhow. It's nothing like being able to say, I can't believe I came out of that. It's nothing like it. See, reset is restoration. It brings about inner peace. And there is no price tag on that. It's priceless. And so, are you mad because he wants you to have inner peace? Are you mad because the diagnosis for your ego was suffering until you humbled yourself? Are you mad? Or would you rather him not even deal with you at all? See, when it comes to the fruits of the Spirit, we will gain them only if we are comfortable with being reset at any time and at any place. Have you ever had to reset a clock? Well, why did you have to reset the clock? Have you ever had to change your clock because of the time change? Well, why did you do that? Have you ever had to reset your computer? Well, why did you do that? Have you ever had to restore an application? Well, why did you do that? Have you ever had to restore your phone? Well, why did you do that? Why? Okay. I think you understand what I'm saying to you. Reset is restoration. Restoration is what will have you being able to ready, set, go, and activate your passions. Once you have reset and you have been restored and you are ready, set, going, and activating your passions, then you will be able to recognize the difference between an opportunity and an opportunity. And once you are able to go through reset in order to be restored, so you can so you can ready, set, go, activate your passions, which will then enable you to recognize the difference between an opportunity and an opportunity. You will then be able to understand that hating on your people will limit your success. But because you have been reset, restored, because you ready, set, go, and you have activated your passions, and as a result of that, you recognize the difference between an opportunity and an opportunity, and because you know that hating on your people will limit your success, you are able to, brothers and sisters, you are able to now contribute to the village, sustain the village, be all that you are supposed to be in the village, and fulfill your purpose in your journey. See, it's all tied in together. It's a work in progress. And when there's no progress, somebody's not working. It's a progress, my brothers and sisters. It's so serious how we can miss the mark on such a simple lesson. I just taught 4 things this evening. 4, okay? 4 subjects that are all intra-related, that are for the upliftment of my brothers and sisters. It is all for you to be encouraged. I know we went long this evening, but so what? It's the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Don't forget that on the Sister Speak Show, you can catch the platform, coming to the stage, the search effort, the culture climate, the laugh line, and the tour. Live and on demand, recorded in Dallas, Texas. The Sister Speak Show, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayanna. The special guests who will be on the Sister Speak Show are dynamic and they are impacting the communities with their passions. The Sister Speak Show is a talk show that will keep your mind and your soul informed, energized, and encouraged. The Sister Speak Show is a talk show. Don't forget that. And don't forget that on this show, we are dedicated towards making the known known. Not only is it just a talk show, but it's really a show about vibing and uplifting my brothers and sisters. We are a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, just responsible listening nourishment. We don't go dumb, we go wisdom on the Sister Speak Show. My brothers and my sisters, it has been a blessing speaking with you all this evening. It truly has. So check this in. Tomorrow evening, I need you to listen live to Coming to the Stage, where we focus on poets, poetess, spoken word artists, actors, actresses, film directors, and producers. My brothers and sisters, I am so excited about tomorrow night's episode. It's a live episode, great topics. Listen live, and then you'll be able to catch tomorrow the special guest lineup for the Sister Speak Show. So excited about all of my special guests. So grateful that I have been given the opportunity to be able to speak before you, my brothers and sisters. I need you to be encouraged. I need you to be strong. I need you to be resilient. I need you to be more than a conqueror. I need you to be activated. Don't forget, tonight on the platform, we covered hating on your people will limit your success. Opportunity versus opportunity. Ready, set, go. Activating your passions. And reset is restoration. I'm your host, Ayanna. It has just been a joy divine to converse with you. Shout out to those of you who will be listening to this episode on demand. You be encouraged, and I will definitely vibe with you tomorrow evening, if it is the Lord's will, live on the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. You take care now.